Good morning, you guys. Let's talk about dressing sexy in public to get men's attention. There's a lot of that going on. I don't know if women are always aware of how scantily dressed they are going out in public. Even leggings that are super tight, things at the gym, short dresses, breasts sticking out, even at the office. Okay, here's the thing that women have to realize. You don't have to do that to get men's attention. Because, number one, even women in burqas are desired by men. Because what men will do is they will, and I know because I've talked to men, they will visually undress us. They will imagine what we look like naked, and they will imagine what we would look like naked underneath them. Regardless of how much we're wearing, they will imagine this. So, what men have also told me, many men, and I don't know if this is all men, they enjoy when there's something left to the imagination. In other words, they want to imagine what we look like naked underneath them more than they want to just see it all. Now, that doesn't mean men don't want to see us naked. They do. But and I'm trying to explain in my own female mind how this works for men, because they definitely like to see women naked and they watch porn and all of that. It grabs their attention. But somehow that's different than seeing a woman fully dressed and imagining her naked. It brings out a man's interest in a different way. So the woman that's... Now, guys, correct me if I'm wrong here. I want to hear from the men. Explain it. I want to hear men explain it. So you see a girl at the gym with tight little booty shorts, with the ruche up the crack of her ass, low-cut bra, or a woman at the office with a short skirt and high heels looking really sexy. I think that's distracting at the office, frankly. Or a woman going out, just showing a lot of cleavage, or, just barely dressed, going out to the grocery store with half her ass hanging out of her shorts. So they will see that and they'll be like, yeah, I can fuck that. But they will not value it. They kind of look down on women like that and treat them more like sluts and whores. Whereas you can have a prostitute, an escort, wearing like very modest but sexy clothing, like a beautiful dress, tailored dress, and they will still undress her, but they will value her more. Or the woman at church wearing the long dress and everything, they'll still mentally undress the woman in the church in the long dress, completely covered, but they will enjoy undressing her more, and so they will value her more. I'm trying to understand how this works, because there's something about when a man has to use his imagination to undress you that makes him value you more, respect you more, than if he doesn't have to use his imagination to undress you. Maybe it's the same for us ladies when we see men, say on a dating app, and they're just flexing their muscles at the gym versus a guy who's wearing clothes in all of his pictures. Well, we're like, you're just trying too hard. And there's something maybe more primitive that men aren't aware of, which is like a woman who flaunts her body is less valuable because you don't have to work for it. You can't trust her. She's going to flaunt her body to everyone. How can you ever trust her to be a girlfriend or a wife? That's why I think they devalue her. It's kind of like the guy who's just full of himself, just flexing his muscles in the pictures. Like, well, you don't value yourself, so how can I value you? Because everybody knows a woman's body is of great value to a man. They all want to fuck us, pretty much. I'm exaggerating. So why just put it out there so easily? You don't even value yourself. You're just putting it out so easily. I've just been becoming even more aware of, like, I used to go to the gym. I used to go to the grocery store after the gym or something in my leggings. But even now I'm starting to feel like I have a nice body, I have a nice ass, and I don't want to walk around the gym with my ass sticking out for all the guys to see. So after my workout today, before I go to the grocery store, I'm going to put on this little dress on top of what I'm wearing now in my shorts. That's what I'm going to do, and I dress pretty modestly at the gym. I think if you really want to get a man's attention, you should dress modestly. They like that. I think they value that. So another thing about men, a lot of ladies don't know, is they think that, oh, if I buy these expensive clothes and these expensive shoes and these expensive purses, I'm going to look really good. And believe me, I think women do that to look good for men. I do not think they do it to look good for other women, although they say they do it to look good for other women or for themselves. But whatever, say that you're doing it to get men's attention. Men don't notice stuff like that, and they don't care. They don't notice your $1,000 purse. In fact, most men are going to think that you're bad with money, and they will look down on you for spending $1,000 on a purse that has no value. It's not like you invested in remodeling your house or getting your education or anything like that. And they're not going to notice the difference between a $500 dress and a $50 dress on Amazon. I know, because just believe me, I know. They don't notice. They're like, oh, she looks good. That's what they notice. So I don't think that women are really that aware of what gets men's attention. Yeah, and then lastly, I'll say a lot of men really like a woman who looks natural. Like I'm right now, no makeup. They don't like the fake breasts, the fake eyelashes, the fake hair, all that fakiness, all that extra makeup. Most men just want to see how you naturally look. Like, you don't have to try so hard, ladies. You don't have to wear so much makeup. You don't have to buy all those expensive clothes. You don't have to show all your body to the whole public to get men to notice. In fact, the less you do, the more you're going to find like a normal, healthy guy. You just start around showing everything. Men will look, but not because they want you, because they just see you as a piece of meat who doesn't value herself. And when it comes to fucking, men are really not that picky, and they're very visual. They'll look, but just because they look, well, you just have to know what that look is. So, yes, men really enjoy imagining us naked. So let them imagine. They're going to do it anyway. Why take the fun out of it and devalue yourself by showing it all? They don't like it when it's all there. Unless, they do like it in a way, but that's what I was trying to say. They don't value you. They see you as a piece of meat versus, wow, I would love to fuck her. They value the modest. Okay, I could go in the store right now like this, and with the dress, in my pretty white dress, and they would think, wow, she's gorgeous. They will still undress me, want to fuck me, but they will value me, and it brings a smile to their face. It gets in their heart. You want a man to start in his heart rather than his cock. You want to engage his heart when he looks at you. So that's what it is. If you're just walking around half naked with everything sticking out, his heart is not engaged, just his cock. But when you wear a pretty dress, or you have like your hair done nice, you engage his heart. There's a smile. It's a higher value. You want to engage his heart. That's what it is. His sense of beauty, his awe, like, wow, she's just beautiful. She's radiant. She's happy. She's confident. She's beautiful, like that. That's what I think. So I'm interested in the comments from everyone. I'll be back to read the comments.